Hello everyone, I am Gitanjali. Welcome to ITLS Academy. This is a great learning platform to learn everything you want to learn on diverse topics. So let's start. Let me introduce myself. Today we will be learning about rules and responsibilities of HR management. This is lecture 5. Let's quickly recap. Till now we have learned about various functions of an HR, which is recruitment and selection, training and development, performance management, compensation and benefits, employee relations, then how employees are engaged positively, diversity and inclusion. Today we will be learning about 3 more functions, that is HR planning and analysis, employee health and safety, and HR information system. This is the last lecture of human resource management. So let's quickly start. HR planning and analysis. Now, HR has done lots of work in the previous slides, right? They have recruited employees, they have trained them, they have done various efforts to have a positive work environment, positive employee relationship, actively engaging them. Now, how do they know that what they are doing is in the right direction? Here comes HR analytics and planning and analysis. So HR planning and analysis is the strategic ongoing process of forecasting future workforce needs and aligning current resources to meet them by analyzing the present workforce, predicting future demand, identifying skill gaps, and developing action plans for recruitment, training, and development. So how do HR ensure that workforce requirement is met correctly? How everybody is deployed in the right teams? All this comes under planning and analysis. So what are the key components of HR planning and analysis? First is environmental analysis. So they scan internal and external factors which would help them to understand the workforce need and requirements. What are the internal forces? If there is team expansion, if there are more products launched, and external factors like what are the latest economic trends, what are the latest learning in the market. For example, GST rates currently got reduced. So how that will fit into the organizational demands. Now your cashier needs to be trained to put the newer GST slabs, right? Otherwise there will be conflict with customer. So HR has to keep updated with latest market happening so that they can plan training and analysis for the team accordingly. Then current workforce analysis. How much workforce we have team wise, shift wise, and if they are meeting the requirement based on numbers, skills, competencies, performance, and demographics. As we learned in the last lecture that we have to have diverse workforce, so we have to analyze all the time if that diversity of the organization is meeting with the current workforce. If somebody resigns, how do we balance that diversity factor as well? Right? And then there is demand forecasting, predicting future workforce needs based on business goals and industry trends. So if my company is expanding very rapidly, I need more workforce and train them continuously. So we need to keep a track of what our company goals are in next 6 months, 1 year, or 3 years, or 5 years down the line, so that as an HR team we are meeting the workforce requirement accordingly. Key components of HR planning and analysis. Then there is supply forecasting. Yes, we forecasted the demand, but how we are going to supply it? We need to have a regular meeting with our consultants who are helping us hire new talents, and how the supply is there based on the requirement. Both demand and supply should match in order to have that balance, right? Then there should be gap analysis. We are hiring, but is it meeting the gap for which we are hiring? And is the new joinee trained enough, skilled enough? How much more training needs to be required so that they are doing what they are expected to do, right? action planning. Developing strategies to bridge the identified gaps. Once we have identified the gaps, we need to make a plan and implement the plan so that the gaps are bridged. Minimum is the gap, maximum is the productivity. It may include hiring, training, development, and sometimes even restructuring. So lots of companies like TCS are going through restructuring. Why? Because lots of manual work is being done by AI these days. So they are restructuring their workforce by giving them jobs which is more in tune to the company's requirements. Sometimes they have to be benched, sometimes they have to be laid off, which is sad, but that is the reality. And as an HR, it is our duty to plan that workforce requirement and communicate them effectively, and if possible help them find a job which will suit them, right? Then once the action planning is done, we have to implement and monitor whatever strategies and plans we have done, whether it is implemented continuously and how they are helping us as team, how it is helping the organization achieve its need. And as I told, we have to be very flexible. So if then any changes need to be done, we have to adapt to the change very quickly, right? Now we learn the functions of HR planning and analysis. What are the benefits of HR analytics? It helps with talent acquisition. Once my plan is in place, I know what exactly and whom exactly I need to hire. My recruitment becomes much impactful and gives better returns. It increases employee retention. If we follow all the HR functions like employee engagement, effective communication and planning, employee retention is better, which in turn saves cost and energy. It also lowers attrition rate. What is attrition rate? It is basically how many employees are leaving your organization within a fixed period. Lower is the attrition rate, better is the company ranked in terms of employee friendly environment, right? It improves employee experience. If employee is clear what he or she needs to do, if they know their career path clearly, obviously their experience is better because everybody wants to work in a positive work environment, right? Yes. Then it helps with workforce planning. You know exactly where is the gap and whom to hire or whom to train to fill that place. It increases productivity as well. As I told, if your employees are working as per plan, every team is aligned together, productivity increases, goals are achieved, leading to higher profits, and ultimately improves workplace safety. So safety is extremely important. We'll be learning a lot about safety in the next slide. Now, employee health and safety. We have a positive work environment, but we need to be safe in our workplace, right? So employee health and safety encompasses the policies, procedures and practices that ensures the physical, mental and social well-being of employees by preventing work-related injuries, illnesses and hazards. So once I am working in an organization, my work environment has to be safe, be it with the electricity connection, be it with if I have to work in a physical environment. For example, in factories where workers have to work with sharp tools, how do you ensure that they are safe? By providing them training to use those tools effectively, and in case of emergencies there has to be ambulance, there has to be first aid, there has to be medical officers who look to them so that they don't get injured more, right? So, for example, I was working as a H&M, as a visual merchandiser, so we needed to change the displays very frequently. So there were tall ladders whom we had to climb and do the things. So we were trained to use sneakers and use ladders effectively so that there is no mishaps, right? Prevention is always better than cure. So similarly, in various organizations, they have different things where they have to ensure safety practices are followed. Now this is prevention from physical harm. Also, HR needs to ensure the mental and social well-being of employees. How do they do that? By ensuring those policies are followed. There is no discrimination, there is open communication, people are free to talk, there is a proper team for managing the grievances. Now there are three components of health and safety. First one is safety, preventing accidents. As I told, if somebody falls from a ladder and is hurt, it is accident. How do you prevent that? By ensuring that your ladder's fitting is right, by ensuring that you are wearing shoes and clothes according to the requirement, by ensuring there is no sharp tools kept nearby, or it is not scattered, so that if in case of fall you are not further hurt. Then health wise, physical and mental well-being. So every company has ESI policy, health insurance, where employees and their families are covered. How do you ensure mental well-being? By providing a positive work environment. And the third component is security, freedom from harm. So how do you ensure security? There is no gender discrimination, there is no racial discrimination, there is no violence at workplace. So CCTV cameras are installed, there are security guards, and obviously there is regular training, especially for factory workers who are not educated much most of the time. They fight for smallest things, they go on strike. How do you ensure that they are secured and they feel the sense of belongingness? By talking to them, by giving them that sense that this company is yours. If you are working, company is doing something right for you. So this is how we ensure health and safety. Now, why employee health and safety is important? Is it very transparent? First of all, it saves cost. It saves employees absenteeism. So if everybody is healthy and happy, work happens automatically and you don't have to bother about these recurring costs. There is improved productivity and efficiency. Everybody is feeling safe, everybody is feeling aligned as a team, they work together, productivity enhances, and it saves you from legal compliance. If there is regular safety issues, regular accidents, obviously company is in question. Why your work environment is such that people are getting hurt again and again. Think these recurring fire happening in buildings in Mumbai, in malls. Obviously the construction team have to deal with the legal compliance and face the legal issues, right? So why the fire safety is not met? You cannot play with the lives of people, right? So safety is utmost important. So as an organization and as an HR, you need to ensure that safety standards are met, right? This is non-negotiable. And obviously if I feel safe at my work, I feel heard, I know that yes, my company is taking care of my needs, trust and loyalty increases. So once trust and loyalty increase of the employee, you have your brand ambassadors ready. You don't need to hire brand ambassadors and pay them. Your employees are going to do it for you free of cost, right? So this is much better way to work. There are various tips to enhance employee health and safety, right? So first of all, have a safety policy in place. Always document things which are important so there is no ambiguity. You have to display the safety policy, train to the managers, people who are handling the workers or the team, right? Conduct inspections periodically. You should plan announced inspection as well as unannounced inspections like surprise inspection, so that you actually know the situation, what is happening when inspections are not told to the team leaders. So you can solve the loopholes before it becomes an issue, right? Then Use signs wherever applicable. Use signs, switch off the switch whenever not required. uh, Use torch in case of electricity failure. Don't use lift. Directional signages, fire alarm signages, where to run when there is fire, where to assemble. There is fire training, there is safety training which has to be conducted on regular basis. Then provide regular training, as I explained. Provide employees with ample protective equipment. Yes, this is very important. Be it helmet, be it shoes, be it wrist gears, be it gloves if they are doing something with welding, mask. Provide everything which will ensure that safety is more, because uh, life is much more precious than any money invested, right? Encourage short breaks. Yes, short breaks are very essential to be rejuvenated. It helps in mental well-being. Your employees get time to talk to each other, catch up, and cheer up each other, right? You cannot work like a machine. Even machine needs a break. And hire an experienced safety professional. Yes, we cannot deal safety all on our own. As an HR, you know the policies, but how to implement it practically, a safety professional knows much better. So invest in hiring a safety professional who can train your employees regularly, who can oversee the loopholes and help you fix them, and use solutions that complement the compliance, be it OSHA or your state compliance or the country compliance, and if you are working globally, the global compliance, because safety is something which is should be the top priority of an employer, because once your employees are safe, then only they can work with concentration and focus, right? And now the last function of HR, it is HR information system. This is like your right hand. It will help you reduce cost, it will help you save time, it will make your day-to-day life much easier as an HR. Excited? Yes. So, a human resource information system is a software solution that centralizes and manages employee data, automates HR processes such as payroll and benefits administration, and streamlines workflows to enhance organizational efficiency and data accuracy. Basically, HR information systems do the manual work for you. You don't have to do data entry. You don't have to sit in Excel sheet for hours to see who is present, who is absent, whose payroll is processed or not. Everything is done by the information system, so that you can focus more on things which are connected to people, so that you can connect to your employees better. It saves your time so that you can focus on things which are more personal, more important, right? So what are the various components of HR information system? It's database, right? Data as database of the current workforce, people who were working with you before, database of people who you want to work with, database of your trainees, management trainees, database of the colleges where you hire interns from, database of your customers, database of the consultants from which you talk on regular basis to hire people. There can be n number of database of your training conducted yearly, database of surveys, database of employee feedbacks, and then time and attendance management. Once you start working, clock in and clock out happens daily, right? So if there is no HRIS system, imagine doing it on your own. It will only take your whole day. So HRIS system does it for you automatically. So you know which employee is punctual, which employee needs to be told about punctuality, and how regular they are when they are taking leave, because you have this tool of filling your leave in advance, so that you and your team manager together can plan the workflow smoothly. Then recruitment and retention, whom you have recruited, who have accepted offer letter, who is yet to accept the offer letter, who he has not replied, who is working since when, whom you have to give the gratuity certificate, or honor somebody who is your employee interface, right? So employees can write their grievances if they don't have the time to talk personally, or if they are hesitant. And then there are various other benefits, like what are the employee benefits. So every time you don't have to explain manually, you have a video ready in the system, and if employee ask, they can see it by themselves. Wherever there is doubt, you are always there. Then there is payroll function, right? Based on time and attendance management, you can easily plan their pay. The whole thing get processed smoothly, faster, and giving you much needed time to do training, employee engagement programs, plan and analyze workforce, and so on. HR information system also helps you in planning the things and analysis things better with the gaps. Now let's summarize what we have learned in last 4 lectures, right? So we covered all the HR functions. I hope it made your understanding clear that why HR is extremely important function of any organization. The focus is on the people as well as the organizational goals. So HR is like a bridge which connects the organization goals to its people goal, so that together they work as a team and achieve what needs to be achieved, right? So let's quickly explore it further, the concept. Let's learn about health and safety practices followed in your organization, be it your college. Ask for first aid, ask for check for safety signs, and what are the policies followed. See how it is documented to understand how you need to document the policies when you are making in future in a better way, clear way, concise way, so it is understood by everyone. Now let's leave the laptops and see the practical world. Talk to an HR to understand how HRIS support them in their job. There are various HRIS system in place, be it physical based, be it cloud based. Ask them which HRIS system they are using, how they are using it, how they are helping them make their work smoother, quicker, and their lives easier, right? Now you learn 10 functions of HR. Which HR function you found most interesting and why? How can you apply it to achieve better results professionally, right? So think of employee engagement, think of team building, think of recruitment and selection. Someone can find recruitment and selection very interesting, while other can find training and development. So think about it in detail and try to inculcate more in your daily workflow. It will help you grow as a professional, right? So it is all about HR functions. We'll be learning more about HR in our next slides. Follow us on Insta, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, WhatsApp, and LinkedIn. You can also get the app on Google Play. Keep learning, keep growing. Thank you for watching this video. You can always clear your doubts with our helpline number, and if you have further doubts, you can always comment in the video. Have a good day. We'll connect again soon.